Hello, drawing lovers, and welcome to our sixth lesson in our drawing course. And we will talk now about shading and texture. Well, shading and texture are important elements in drawing that can greatly enhance the realism and impact of a piece of artwork. Shading refers to the use of light and shadow to create the illusion of depth and form in a drawing. By using these techniques such as cross-hatching, stippling, and blending, an artist can create variation in value and contrast which can make an object appear more three-dimensional. Shading can also be used to create a sense of mood and atmosphere in drawing by adjusting the intensity and direction of the light source. So this is cross-hatching. This, what I will show you now, it's stippling. So if we have a ball like this, and if we have the terminator line, and also we can use this technique to do like this. It's a kind of pointillism in drawing. Yeah, actually it is a kind of pointillism, but it's very rudimentary. So, yeah, this is stippling. Now I will show you something about blending. Yeah, we will have to use the powder charcoal because it's easier and faster. Blending, it's a technique that it's using soften movements. Yeah, so we have this area here. I think you like very much blending. Myself also like a lot using the powder. It's very easy and it's very nice. Coming back to shading, we can use a lot of methods. So we have the piece of graphite. It can be also charcoal, yeah, and we can use very thin lines, very strong lines, and the more we press, the darker our shades will be. Understood? I think you did. Okay. Now let's go back to texture. And texture refers to a surface quality of an object and can range from smooth to rough, shiny to matte, and everything in between. Texture can be suggested in a drawing using techniques such as cross-hatching, like this, stippling, like this, and using a variety of marking tools such as pencils or brushes. Sure, of course. And don't forget, pencil, brushes, and fingers. Because with fingers, you will understand the shape of the objects and you will mold your ideas into the drawing. If you add textures to a drawing, you can create more tactile and realistic representation of an object. And of course, you can add depth and interest to your artwork. So both shading and texture will greatly enhance the realism and visual impact of your drawing. Using these techniques such as cross-hatching, stippling, and blending, you will create convincing and realistic representative form of depth. I will show you some representation, some examples of using shades and texture and whatever. Here we have the wood. We have to represent wood. How can we represent wood? Of course, we will have a shading, yeah? And then we will follow the lines of the wood, yeah? And also the knots, yeah? And this is how we do it. We have the form, yeah? And we shade it according to the composition, which is, and then this is the knot, and of course near this knot it will be the lines of the wood. Yeah, it's a way of drawing the texture of the wood. Of course, you can have a branch of a tree, which can be like this. I don't know, something like this, and you can do something that resembles the bark of the tree. Depends of kind of tree. It will, can be a fir tree, can be whatever, yeah? Okay? Yeah. Well, if we come to, let's say, represent fur, here is my cat head, and I draw her head, taking into consideration that she has a lot of fur. So this is how I draw her. Yeah, I use very, of course I divide light and shadow and all the drill, and then we can use these lines to represent the fur, which is actually what is the fur made of. Yeah, it's a fur. Yeah, she loves her fur very much, and I can I have to pick it up every day from where she left. She's leaving it in the room. Yeah. Then we have to, I don't know, represent. Maybe we have to represent something very strong and very reflective, like steel. Like this is a steel. This is a steel ball. This is a steel ball, and yeah, we can represent the steel ball. It's a sphere, and the reflection of the highlights of the highlights. In this example, there are two highlights. It's one from here and another one from here. This is the highlights, and of course this is the terminated line, and this is the cast shadow, and this is the occlusion shadow, and overall the eye can see it from here, from the front, and this is actually the. So more or less, this is it, my friends. This is how you can represent texture. So for the next lesson, please draw, from what I told you, the wood, the fur, and the glass. Thank you, and see you next time.